In the long-awaited GTA 6, we'll finally get to see the story from the perspective of two main characters, Jason and Lucia. And today, in this video, I want to introduce you to these protagonists of GTA 6, who are not as simple as they might seem at first glance. So grab a seat, hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed. Let's kick things off with Jason, because he's the star of the second GTA 6 trailer and probably the most mysterious figure in the whole new game. In the second trailer and in the official screenshots, Rockstar made sure we all noticed Jason's left arm. On his shoulder, a tattoo. When I first broke down the trailer, I guessed Jason was ex-military, specifically an airborne soldier. His tattoo shows a parachute and a skull in a beret stabbed with a knife. And I was right. That tattoo is based on the patch of the 75 Ranger Regiment of the United States Army. It's almost an exact copy, only the text is placed differently. For those who don't know, here's a little fascinating backstory. The 75 Ranger Regiment are the true shadow ghosts of war, the elite of the elite, whose job is to be where the enemy least expects them. These aren't just soldiers, they're hunters who appear out of nowhere and strike with deadly precision. The 75 Rangers were founded during World War II and even took part in the legendary Normandy landings. The Germans tore them apart pretty badly back then, but they still completed their mission and survived that meat grinder. Rangers are the first to storm into the heart of the action airborne drops, raids, capturing key points, taking out targets that even the CIA whispers about. Their battle cry, "Rangers lead the way," is often the last thing their enemies hear before meeting their fate. As for Jason's own military background in GTA 6, every Ranger in his unit goes through hellish training. It breaks the body, but forges the will. Only the best make it through. The selection process is like a blender, but the ones who survive become super soldiers whose deeds will remain a secret forever. They operate alongside Navy SEALs and Delta Force, but when brute force, lightning-fast strikes, and ruthless accuracy are needed, they call in the 75 Rangers. And if you're already thinking, damn, Jason's a pretty badass character, then buckle up. Jason's tattoo isn't just any tattoo. It's the insignia of Bravo Company, Honest Battalion, 75 Ranger Regiment. These guys are the elite of the elite. The first one's in, the last one's out, leaving behind nothing but smoke and silence. Their headquarters? In the state of Georgia, right next to Florida. And if you look closely at GTA 6 screenshots, you'll spot Georgia license plates. From Jason's official Rockstar Games bio, we know he served in his youth. Judging by his look, he's maybe 30, give or take a couple years. That means his draft age landed right in the 2010s. And knowing exactly where he served, we can match his service with his unit's operations. And I did. Between 2010 and 2025, Bravo Company fought in Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, and took part in several secret missions we probably won't hear about for another 30 years. Which means young Jason was out there hunting down ISIS terrorists and fighting the Taliban. His unit was the punishing hand of the United States, delivering payback for 9/11. And that is one hell of a backstory for a GTA main character, and is a huge contrast from what we've seen before. Trevor was a pilot who never made it into the military. Michael robbed banks. Franklin was a street gangster doing petty thefts. Jason spent his youth in the military. I wouldn't be surprised if Jason turns out to be an incredible mix, the charisma of Arthur Morgan, the backstory of Nico Bellic, and a touch of Vic Vance from GTA Vice City Stories, the guy who served in the military but got framed and kicked out. Maybe Jason got injured in Afghanistan or Iraq and that's why he retired, who knows? But the fact remains, Jason is a US government trained killing machine, and after that kind of training, after living through the horror of war, there's no going back to a normal life. That explains his cold, unshakable demeanor in the second GTA 6 trailer. He's a battle-hardened soldier who's been through hell. For him, everything we'll be doing in GTA 6 is basically just warfare, only set in a civilian environment. Even in the screenshots, you can see Jason aiming his M16 with both eyes open. He doesn't squint one eye shut, he's a pro marksman. Any trained shooter knows that aiming with both eyes gives you a wider field of vision and improves your accuracy. Rockstar's attention to small details is, as always, top tier. But my absolute favorite Jason moment in the second trailer Rockstar deliberately put him at the controls of a Buzzard helicopter. Not Lucia, not anyone else Jason. The Buzzard in GTA is modeled after the real-life Little Bird, the helicopter loved by the 75 Ranger Regiment, the very unit Jason served in. That's why he knows exactly how to handle it. Those choppers were heavily used by the US military in Afghanistan and Iraq, so of course Jason would be familiar with them. Chances are, he actually flew in them during his service. And I'm 100% sure Rockstar didn't highlight Jason's tattoo multiple times just for decoration. He's ex-military, and that's a huge part of who he is as a character. Phew, my friends, finding all this info was no easy task. So I'd really appreciate it if you supported this video with a like and shared it with your friends. Breaking down stuff like this is hard work, but it's insanely fun, and I hope you enjoyed these deep dives. So don't be shy, smash that like button. Alright, now let's switch over to Lucia. So we actually don't know that much about her, but her newly updated bio on Rockstar Games' official site just poured gasoline on the fire of one of my oldest and honestly most exciting theories. According to the official Rockstar site, Lucia's father taught her how to fight from a young age, and in the trailer you can clearly see she's obsessed with hand-to-hand combat. She trains, she competes in cage fights, she even wears a pendant with a boxing glove on it, and she's clearly confident enough to hold her own against any thug or street punk who crosses her. Here's where it gets interesting. Lucia is from Liberty City, the same hometown as Luis Lopez, the main character from the Ballad of Gay Tony. And you know who else used to do cage fighting, lived in Liberty City, and was deeply tied to the street life? Yep, Luis Lopez, the first Latino protagonist in the GTA series. But despite the obvious parallels, I doubt Luis is Lucia's father. He's just not the type to raise a daughter. Plus, in the storyline, he's a womanizer who lives life entirely on his own terms, far away from anything resembling family responsibilities. It makes way more sense to assume Luis is her uncle and that her father is Ernesto Lopez, Luis's older brother. Ernesto is a man of strict principles and a teacher by profession, according to the Ballad of Gay Tony. But Rockstar never told us what he teaches. And now we have this new detail that Lucia's father taught her how to fight. That doesn't sound like a math teacher to me. More likely, he's a boxing coach. It actually fits perfectly. Ernesto's the older brother who used to rough up Luis when they were kids. Probably fought him regularly, which is why Luis knows how to fight in the first place. Over time, Ernesto could have turned that skill into a career, teaching others and raising his own daughter to be strong, disciplined, and capable of defending herself. And the Rockstar Games bio confirms her dad is a serious, strict guy. Let's line up the facts supporting my theory. First, both Lucia's family and the Lopez family are from Liberty City and are of Latino heritage. Second, the age checks out perfectly. In the Ballad of Gay Tony, the year is 2008. According to a dialogue line, Luis's niece would have been around 8-10 years old then. That would make her 25-28 years old in 2025-2026, which is exactly the age Lucia looks in GTA 6. Third, the love of fighting. Both Luis and Lucia are passionate about underground, no-rules street fighting, something that clearly runs in the family, based on the new Rockstar bio. And of course, there's the generational connection. Rockstar loves weaving older characters into new stories. It's like they're passing the torch. We saw it in GTA 5 with Johnny Klebitz, one of GTA 4's main characters who got killed by Trevor. But with Luis Lopez, his fate is still a mystery. The only thing we know is that he's alive, thanks to the GTA Online Nightclub DLC, where Tony mentions his partner is living the good life. And let's be honest, if there's anywhere to open a brand new nightclub empire, it's Vice City. Now here's the kicker. The actress who plays Lucia and the actor who played Luis were following each other on Instagram. But after fans noticed and started speculating, they suddenly unfollowed each other and stopped liking each other's posts. Classic Rockstar move, leave hints everywhere, but never confirm anything outright. Lucia fits perfectly into the Lopez family tree. And if this theory turns out to be true, we're looking at the deepest family connection in GTA history. Heck, even Lucia's grandmother, Luis's mom, looks like she could be related to her. Of course, this is still just a theory. Rockstar hasn't confirmed anything officially. And sure, with enough effort, you can twist any facts to fit a theory. But here, well, I've tried to find something that disproves it, And nothing, absolutely nothing. Everything lines up too well. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this. Personally, I believe Rockstar isn't just throwing these hints around for no reason. But hey, that's just my take. You already know my opinion, and I love to hear yours. I read all the comments, I like the best ones, so don't hold back. And of course, drop a like on this video and subscribe so you don't miss more high quality GTA 6 content. That's it from me today, my friends. I'll see you in the next videos very soon. Take care and goodbye for now.